wish I was hating. Brand new chick, she don't know the occupation. I just wanna know that I can hold a conversation. Oof, I don't know what y'all debating. I've been waiting for you, now I'm running out of patience.
Tonight, from Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, Florida, Jason Sanders. It's the AFC Wild Card round on EA Sports.
The battle for the Lamar Hunt Trophy begins as we're underway in this AFC Wild Card game. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
Isaiah Rodgers on the return.
So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by their quarterback, a product of NC State. It's Jacoby Brissett.
And what's a quarterback's best friend?
Balance?
I think you're right. I agree with you. You know, a lot of guys would say great receiver, right? A terrific offensive line. But I agree with you, balance, because if you can run the ball effectively, that just opens things up for guys who want to throw it and gives you easier passing lanes and easier coverages to read.
And they said balance will be a focus in this one.
Yeah, they don't want it all just heaped on his shoulders, I don't believe. I think they want to make sure they take some of the pressure off.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Brissett now. They'll run the screen with Mack.
Brissett's pass.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
It's a gain of 8.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. A man who played college football here in the Sunshine State. It's USF's Marlon Mack. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive alive. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run with Mack. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers. You're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
From the 47, it's 2nd and 5. They'll try to throw now. Brissett. And his throw here's incomplete. He was looking for Michael Pittman that time. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
He's got his tight end, Burton. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 33. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. This is Mack on the counter. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Brissett. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Christian Wilkins. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6.
But no takes to start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
He's got Burton here. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
That's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This will be from 56 yards out. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out.
3. Dolphins nothing.
Not the touchdown they wanted, but hey, you're on the road in the playoffs. They did get 3 on the board.
Yeah, it's a good opening drive, so you feel good about it yourself. You get to the sidelines. The defense feels good about you helping them right out of the gate. The team, yeah, they feel pretty good about coming in the playoffs and getting points on the board right away.
Here is Tua Tagovailoa heading out to lead this Miami offense.
And what I'm looking for from him today, the things every quarterback is looking to do. Lead his team to a victory. Doesn't matter whether he's throwing it, running it, handing it off, however he has to do it, as well as exhibiting some leadership, that's what he's trying to accomplish.
Just call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 23-yard line.
They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Darius Leonard, the linebacker.
Tagovailoa's pass.
Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away, quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing. And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine.
And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Marlin taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
So Miami coming out for their second drive. They've been a come-from-behind team all year. They'll need to do it again as they trail early in this wild card game. Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at their own 21. And right away, he'll look to throw. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
1st and 10.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run with Hunt. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
It's 2nd down and 10.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Tua. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Darius Leonard, the linebacker, able to break that one up.
Stills incomplete. Brings up a 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Going deep here for Parker. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
Incomplete.
On fourth down, on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. With 10-0 the score after one on EA Sports. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They scored a touchdown the last time they had the football, but things going to be a little bit more difficult this time.
Well, certainly, because where they're starting, the goal isn't even thinking about a touchdown at this point. They're thinking about field position. A couple of first downs in order to give some room for their punter and maybe flip the field position for their defense.
At the 2-yard line.
On second down now, it's Mack. A big seam, and he might go all the way. And all the way down to the 37. A big play there for Indy. 61 yards. Nothing fancy there. A little smash-mouth football right up the gut on the dive, and it turns into a huge play.
You talk about the fastest way to the secondary. Right up the gut, as you described, and sprinted into the secondary for a long, long run.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
First down.
But we can talk about it like it's just a basic route, but how about the timing on this one? Lined up on the right, runs a deep in route, and how about the throw? Right on the money. Bam, puts it right in there and on his hands. Nice completion, really good pickup.
And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line.
It's a gain of
7 yards, the pickup there. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. The toss here completed to Pittman. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down.
Indianapolis.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
They'll run here with Mack. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
The ball carrier.
But a spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the second score there. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage.
And now 3rd and goal coming up. The loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder. And they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
And he's got his man. It's Hilton for the Colts touchdown.
Complete to number 13.
A 5-yard touchdown catch. And the Colts add on to their lead.
Lining up for the
on those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route ordinarily is probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score. This is Jakeem Grant. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
Dolphins take over 1st and 10. At their own 20.
The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy. And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. From the gun, it's Tua. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 10 more for him on that one. He's been a busy man. It's a first down.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had a big play in the run game to play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game. And he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay on the field and accumulate big plays.
2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs.
46-yard line.
Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the... ...30-yard line.
The ball carrier. The tackle.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 30-yard line.
Tua sets up to pass it. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Tagovailoa going to try and throw on 3rd down. Flush to his right. And it's caught by Parker. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 15-yard line. Tua to Parker there for the Miami first.
1st and 10.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. A carry here for Hunt. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call.
Offense.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating? The guys who just gave up that play.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. 2nd down from the 8. They can get a first down by reaching the 5. This is Hunt. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
This is caught. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. On 2nd and goal, the lone man in the backfield is Hunt. Throwing now is Tagovailoa to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Pass intended for Mike Gesicki. Incomplete. It's now 3rd and goal.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. And this is caught by Parker for a Miami touchdown. Devontae Parker in the final seconds of the first half. And the Dolphins are able to cut into this lead. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, full half to be played.
At their own 25-yard line.
They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. In on the stop defensively, Raekwon McMillan.
It's a gain of 5.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. And just like that, on we head to half number 2.
Colts 17. Dolphins.
Both teams trying to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Grant on the return. The Dolphins take over 1st and 10. At their own 20.
Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Tackle there by Alex Anzalone. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Pick up a 3. Brings up 2nd and 7. At the 27-yard line.
Now Tua. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
Well, coming into this one, we expected that this offense would have trouble with this defense, and that's exactly the way that this game has gone. Pressure in his face. Coverage downfield has been tight. That led to another incompletion. This defense, they're exactly who we thought they were coming into this one.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete.
Intended for Mike Gesicki.
So coming up empty here to start the third quarter. Already 2 scores down. Got to be careful.
Yeah, I did notice, though, that the captain of the defense patted the quarterback on the helmet on his way out, pretty much letting him know, we know the pressure's on us. We're going to go out there and try and hold serve for you while you figure it out over here on the sidelines.
It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
Two-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Hey, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. how are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards there, first down.
First down, Indianapolis.
They run the draw play with Mack. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
He's brought down.
Plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it's just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But it looks like they're ready to go.
This one into the hands of Burton. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead. With a heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for this with Mack. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
It's a gain of 6. First down, Colts.
First down, Brissett. There's the Penn State man. It's Chris Godwin. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts first down.
First down.
If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
On 2nd and 9, Brissett on the right side. It's Hilton with a catch. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 14. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
First down,
It was a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the red zone now, Brissett. He completes this one to Mack. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. Call it a gain of 5. And that'll make this a 2nd down. From the 9, 2nd and 5. Well, the Jets sweep. This is Godwin. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A 9-yard touchdown run. And the Colts are able to grow their lead.
And that's a drive that makes everyone happy on that bench because they accomplished exactly what they set out to do. Take care of the football, eat up a little clock, end up in the end zone. Now they've got a cushion for the rest of the game. So they didn't just help themselves offensively, they helped their defense out as well.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And this carries into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Miami set to take over. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. Now it's Hunt. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
Kareem Hunt, the ball.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And that one falls incomplete. A 50-50 ball. A little dangerous. Could have been picked. Now it's 3rd down.
Incomplete.
But you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those. But the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
results in a
The punt team on now as this one's sent away. And here's Rodgers on the return. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds.
Take over first and 10.
Marlon Mack now heading back out there. He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the one touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone. And now he's just trying to do it for a second time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage. And, again, that second score here in the third quarter. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. From the gun, here's Brissett. Over the middle here, it's Hilton. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. It'll be a gain of 11, and it'll give him a fresh set of downs. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. 1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll run on 1st down with Marlon Mack. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
McMillan on the tackle. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 40-yard line.
Staying on the ground with Mack. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
McMillan on the tackle. Yards. And the Colts 1st down.
So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Out of the gun, here's a give to Mack. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
He was tackled.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
He's brought down by Sean Davis.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it out. We've got them now.
Brings up 3rd.
Brissett from the gun on 3rd. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. On after the sack, he's still down on the field. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
22-yard line.
Now this offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And they are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far. And they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10. Going deep here for Stills. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this one. I think the part of their plan was to hit them over the top with the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
2 once again here on 2nd and 10. Going deep here for Stills. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll be taken down, but first he gets deep into Indianapolis territory.
Miami Dolphins
inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
2nd and 6 at the 15-yard line.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. That's complete right around the 8. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Tua going to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. And now 3rd and goal following incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Tua setting up shop to throw again. And oh, it'll be intercepted. It's the linebacker, Alex Anzalone. For this defense, CD, that's kind of the icing on the cake here as we get to the end of this one.
And didn't you feel that they weren't just going into total prevent there? You know, they had the lead, and sometimes you fall back and you lose your aggressiveness. Not in this case. They were still making a play on the football, and look how that one turned out. They may have salted this one away.
The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. They go right back to Mack. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
A 3-yard pickup. And it's 3rd down.
On 3rd down, a run by Mack. Mack's got the first down and then some. And all the way up to the 45-yard line. Good yardage there for the Colts. 18 and a first down.
A gain of
And every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves. You're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about to run them into submission.
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
And I know it's hard to find solace on one side when the season ends, no matter where. Because there's all that build up to the moment, but I would imagine the post-game locker room speech, it'll have a pretty positive spin.
It should. They've made a heck of